Good morning and good evening to all.
Good evening, sir.
This is a great pleasure for Global Edu Leader Forum to have edu leaders from all over the world. Global Edu Leader Forum is a forum where we connect educationists and educators, those who are connected with the school, college education, social reforms, health, and as well as peace and prosperity of the life. We are trying to discuss the issue which are directly connected from head to heart. That's why the tagline of Global Edu Leader Forum is connecting head to heart. A shortest distance of 12-inch takes longest time of your entire life. Once you are connected with your head and heart together, you are happy. If you are not connected, you are searching something endless, which is, I think, abstract in your life. So today we are going to discuss a topic which is most important factor, which can bring happiness and sadness on your face, which can bring some drop of water into your eyes. That is nothing more than emotional well-being. Knowledge available on the internet, libraries, books, but how we bring emotions, how we connect our knowledge to the experience of life, how we empower, motivate students, society people, how we get connected, how we make them feel good, how we can share their sadness and increase their happiness. So topic is completely based on your heart, function of heart. Mind have a lot of exercise which is going on, reading newspaper, watching television, reading books, doing job from morning to evening. But out of this all work, we get less time where we can connect people emotionally, because emotion is the ultimate alarm or call bell of your happiness of life. Without emotion, you may have millions, billions, property, endless facilities, but you cannot bring happiness without emotional connect. So I would like to bring my first speaker from India, Nirmal Mahana ma'am, who is soul connected to me, who is guiding force for me always. What do you think, how we connect people emotionally and how emotions are important for the life? Over to you and welcome to you.
Good morning, all the viewers, and good evening to all the viewers from this side. I just want to tell four aspects which everybody knows, that four emotions are there. Physical is there, mental is there, social is there, emotional is there. And let's not forget that all these four areas are interconnected. So I will take this emotional, which is the main topic today, set of different stages I will take. I will not take much time, because being associated with all sorts of all age group of people, right from a child who is 2.5 years old till he passes out class 12, and then the parents, then the grandparents. I've been associated because of my job profile. 38 years in the educational field all over the India. I'll take these steps one by one. What is emotions? What is emotional wellness? And why emotions are important? See, emotions are important. Think about a child who's 2.5-year-old or maybe 3-year-old when he enters the school and leaving the parents' mother's lap and going and entering the school premises. What is there is a turbulence in his mind that I'm going to school, what will happen? Is my mother will be there or not? If I'll feel hungry, who is going to feed me? If I want to go to the washroom, who's going to escort me? Who's going to assist me? So many things are there. And, you know, and there, because the child is very small, emotionally, he is in that particular stage, he is very, very shaky. So what is the role of a teacher as far as the children and their emotions are concerned? That is the reason you must have realized that in junior classes, in pre-primary, we have lady teachers. Maximum we have lady teachers, because the mother instinct is always there to give uh, that kind of support, that kind of love, that kind of affection. I'm not saying that male teachers are not there, but the feeling which a female teacher can handle, uh, uh, maybe male teacher will not have that kind of experience as per se. So uh, uh, keeping that child in the school for 3 to 4 hours or 2 to 3 hours emotionally, it really brings his rest of the things, whether it's a mental, it's a social, it's a physical, that needs comes later, because for a small child, emotions are more important. Because when a teacher connects with the child over the period of 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, then and then it becomes easy for a child to associate with the surrounding, with the social, and then the child is physically then at ease in the school, and finally mentally he is absolutely free, he is happy, and that happiness quotient comes this thing. So imagine in that stage, when you give that hug, that personal touch, that requirement of his food, his toilet habits, or so many other things, then it becomes, the child also then start becoming a little mature, understanding, and then I have seen that 3.5-year child is supporting the friend of his who's emotionally is not stable. So that strongness has to be there. That can be done only when the teacher is very, very mentally, socially, physically active. Because with the junior classes, the teacher has to have that kind of the swiftness, that the teacher has to be very, very quick in reflexes, and the teacher has to be physically fit. This is this stage, and once the child is connects with a teacher, then it becomes easy for the parents, for the school environment also, to grasp that child in that particular moment. So when the child becomes a little bigger and class 4 or 5, and the subjects are also expanding, the syllabus is also expanding, his set of emotions are becoming different. What happens there? There the sense of competence, competitiveness also comes. The child emotionally is stressed because the other child is getting 98% marks, 95%, and sometimes the teacher's behavior toward that child is not that healthy, which is towards the child who's getting 100% marks. So we as teachers have to be very, very careful when we are handling the children who are emotionally in that particular way. We have to understand the background of the child, that what is the condition at home. I hope there is no fighting going on between the parents or the grandparents, and why this child is emotionally so weak. So uh, that connect of a teacher with the parent, giving sometimes in the evening or on holiday basis, that kind of call, asking them how's the child doing at home, everything is all right. To understand the background of the child is very, very important at this stage. Then comes the stage when the child is finally going to pass out from the school in the class 9, 10th, 11th, 12th. You must have realized there's lots of emotional turbulence going on because of the two basic reasons. One is the uh, when the child is going to the school also, and is going for the competitive exams preparation also. So he is totally in a fix that where to concentrate in the coaching classes or in the school. That is because in that particular stage and age which I have experienced, the child is very, very shaky because the peer pressure is there, the pressure from the school is there, the pressure from the coaching centers is there. And another thing is there, when the child passes out from class 10th and comes in 11th, then the pressure and emotionally he is so shaky because the parents are saying, no, you have to take non-medical, you have to take medical, you have to, these subjects, you have to opt for these subjects because this is where we want you to take your, this thing. So emotionally that time, so nowadays I'm very happy that even in India also in most of the schools, and the CBSE has made it very, very compulsory to have a psychologist in the schools. Every school has got a psychologist because catering that emotional requirement of a child in that particular stage is very important. And of course, along with the emotional this thing, and when I'm talking about the parents, parents are also, because they have a pressure of the relatives, they have the pressure of the neighbors, they have the pressure of the society, and then they are not treating their children as per the requirement of the child. So
Perfect.
parent also need to be given that kind of counseling. So that is why counselors are appointed in the schools. So it's a prerogative of the principal or head of the institutions to bring all these people together to give that kind of emotional satisfaction, that emotion support to all of them. And when I'm talking about the emotional as far as the society is concerned, we as a senior citizens also, I am going to be a senior citizen after 2 years, we also require the support of, because emotionally sometimes we become very weak. Why that person has said this, why they have behaved like this,
we
and
take
all these yeah
we
so
take this topic in a second round. We are discussing on the child. Fine.
all right
I think
so
perfectly. Yeah, close it, please.
yeah. So I have told you that the principal, the schools, the counselors, the teachers have got a huge role to play as far as the emotional quotient of the child is concerned.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much. I think very well point of junior kids is being taken, where we talk about the emotional connect of mother care during the early years of the child. Dr. Hari Krishnan, you are here. I would like to take this topic ahead about the senior classes, where they are out of boundaries. You studies or not, you are towards your career or not. How you deal such cases, and what is your take on emotional connect of the students in higher classes? Vilma ma'am, I'll be coming to you after Hari Krishnan sir.
Yes,
Oh,
warm
good
greetings of the
morning.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah, warm greetings of the day. Actually, this topic on emotional well-being is of that much great importance on this current scenario. So emotional well-being, basically, what is emotional well-being in the sense? It is like handling the stress or the transformation from one stage to another.
Correct.
That's the main crust of this title, emotional well-being. So as Sir has mentioned, regarding the higher students, like the higher education students, what are the emotional well-being associated? We can see students after the basic education or the school level education, like +1, +2, they are coming into the college or the university level education. It's a total transformation. They will be very much curious about what will be going to happen in their college life. They will be curious about their new campus, their curriculum, their academics, their extracurricular activities, their physical, mental well-being. So altogether, that curiosity must be there till the end of the course. But in between, we can see that several students are undergoing stress, as well as there is a wide deviation from the academics, or those who are very much vibrant and good at their academics as well as extracurricular activities may show a downfall or a distraction can happen in the campus life. What is the reason? Because of no emotional balance or the emotional well-being is a prominent subject to be discussed at that point of time. As my previous speaker was talking regarding the importance of psychologists as well as a counseling in the schools as well as colleges, it is very much very prominent to make it into that point. Actually, we must give an opportunity for the students and their parents to open up their mind in order to share their ideas. I can relate something when a real life story to this context. When a student after passing out his or her +2, they are going to join a degree due to the after tremendous pressure like entrance, competitive examination, coaching, this, that, all these things. And while they are entering, they are actually after undergoing a stress, they are coming into an end result. So initially, they need a time to adapt to the new environment. In order while adapting to that new environment, he or she may have a lot of instability. They need to be away from their home. That homesickness may be there. Those who are not ever stayed in hostel, they might have missing their friends, family. That causes an emotional problem with them. Ultimately, sometime, and they may be with some of the ragging or other like problems happening in the campus. Like we can see now the use of drugs in the campus as well as the areas surrounded by the education institutions are increasing. In such conditions, the students may downfall at that situation and their mental stability will be totally damaged. And ultimately, they may be suffering a lot. So, yes, sir.
Perfectly. I think you have taken a valid point. If I take from you, handling with stress, especially in higher education, they need emotional balance and they need to be adopted well. Fine. Moving forward to the middle segment, Wilma. Dr. Wilma, I would love, since you are a very fun-loving teacher, your activities, your involvement with the kids are very high. But still, do you feel they need something special as an emotion connect in the school education?
Good morning from Brazil. Good morning. It's a pleasure being here. Thank you for inviting me. Well, I can see that this is a very important topic, emotional well-being, and we have to care about that every day in our school because these days our kids are in need of love. They are in need of caring because unfortunately their parents are working day and night, and then they don't have their parents with them very often as we used to have when we were with our parents at home. And then when the kids come to our classes, they are in need of something else. They need us there to take care of them, to listen to them. And unfortunately, there are many teachers who are more worried about working with the books, working with the subject that they have to teach the kids. But the kids are not, they are not ready to learn if they don't realize that the teacher cares about them. So something that I do with my students is I talk with them, I listen to them. And when they realize that I care about their emotions, because when we are in the classroom, we are lots of time with them and then we learn about them. And when we stop and listen to them, when our kids come to our classroom, when you look at their faces, you see if there is a problem with them or not. You meet them, you know them very well. And then when my students come to class, I can see if they are sad just looking at their eyes. I can see if there's something wrong. And if I realize that they are not okay, I don't even dare starting my classes. I stop everything. And the first thing that I do is, well, how are you today? Are you okay? How was the weekend? How was the week? What about the exams at school? Because our kids these days, they are under pressure all the time. Even the young ones, they have to have the best grades, they have to have the best behavior, and it seems like no one cares about their feelings. No one is worried about what they are really feeling, if they are sad, if they are worried about something. But we have to stop and think that their feelings and their emotional well-being matters much more than just having good grades, because most of the times good grades doesn't show the real learning. And if they are not open, if their mind is worried about something, then they are not ready to learn the math that you want to teach them, the English that you want to teach them, the history that you want to teach them. So listen to them, take away their fears, take away their problems, and then you have the kids ready. So first of all, care about them, love your kids. It's much more important. Be the support in the classroom that sometimes they don't have at home, because sometimes they don't even see their parents during the day. They get at home in the afternoon, and then their parents just get at home late at night. They don't have the contact with their parents. And unfortunately, I know that with teachers, sometimes we say, well, I am the teacher, not the parents, but it's not like that. If you are in the classroom, you know that it's not like that. We are the parents, we are the teachers, we are psychologists, we are doctors, we are everything together. And sometimes I know that we teachers, we are exhausted because of that. But unfortunately, we have to be open and accept that. Yes, we are there to teach, but unfortunately, we are there to love them as well. We are there to give them attention, to give them love. And if you are in the classroom and you are feeling that you are not able to do that, sorry to tell you, you are in the wrong place. Then in the classroom, you have to be open and you have to be all these roles. And if you love what you do, you have the best results ever, because your kids will love you, they will listen to you, and they will learn the subject that you want to teach them.
Perfect. I think very well said. Teacher has a role of parent, role of psychologist, a role of everything in the class. So teaching job is not as easy as we are thinking. We are professor, we are teachers, end of a story. You are a doctor, you are a mother, you are a psychologist. Not only subject teachers, they need to love children, they need to have care for them, they need to connect them emotionally, only they can produce better result. Fair enough.
Exactly.
Vilma ma'am, I'll be coming in the second round with the final one more question. I would like to bring Mr. Haridas here. What is your experience in terms of teachers? This was the talk in terms of students, and I will request Mr. Von Eric also to give me your views regarding the teachers. How teachers are equipped, how teachers are being trained in India and abroad.
Yes.
Some
Very nice
emotional
question,
connect
sir.
is missing because they are not born teachers. All are made teachers. They have a degrees and they want to be, just default to get a job for a teaching.
By chance.
Yeah, not by choice.
Not by choice.
Correct.
Yeah.
Welcome to you and over to you.
Okay, thank you so much. Very good morning and good afternoon and good evening to all of you from various parts of the world. Thank you so much, Singh sir. It's a very good question that my previous speakers already told that how the students can connect or relate with the teachers. The school, the name came from the Latin word scola, which means the local parentis. So that means when a parent drops their children at the school gate, that means they are dropping their children to another parent. 7 hours they are staying. So 7 hours a teacher should have to act like a parent. First, he or she should have to be a parent. But in so many cases, I have seen in my own eyes that in anywhere, I have taught in various countries, near about 11 countries. Okay, and worked with more than 90 countries teachers and taught near about 140 countries students. So I have seen that some teachers are coming to the teaching profession by chance, not by choice. So here a teacher should have to treat their students just like a children, or he or she should have to play a role like a father and mother sometimes. Yes, because a small children, when comes to the classroom, he or she may do anything else, just like your son and your daughter can do at home. So at that time, you may shout, it's okay, finally. But the thing is that you will have to be very patient, keep patience. You will have to be very vigilant. You will have to be very authenticate. You will have to be very careful, as well as you will have to deliver some knowledge and skills. No students comes to the class to become Einstein or to become what you call Isaac Newton. Yes, parents are sending their children to only for their mental growth, as well as some physical growth, and also to know the society. They need some knowledge. They need some what do you call the subject and topic we have discovered. Right nowadays, when we were the students, at that time, these various type of subjects are not there. But nowadays, the varieties of subjects day to day are invented. It is coming out. So a teacher should have to act a role like a parent first, and then he or she should have to take their children that yes, I am here to play or to act, to give some knowledge. It's not like a feeding. But some teachers are doing, oh my God, blah, 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 blah. Open the page number. Have you seen the page movie, Tare Zameen Par? Yeah, you just connect it. You just connect it. And also the Three Idiots. That students are coming to the class with lots of emotions, affections, love, but the teachers and the school cohort can make them some, what do you call, give some bitter ideas, some bitter experiences. So students, when some students are getting, even day before yesterday also, in IIT, I have seen, today newspaper, the news came, the third year student got committed suicide. In IIT, Kharagpur IIT, third year student. So today, all the, what do you call, the boarders got their bodies. Now, you feel the situation, when a student at the classroom or at the hostel, some surveillance is there, okay, some vigilance are there, okay, but some good friends, some emotional attachment should also be there. That's why some friends are needed, who can, yes, who can give you the positive emotions, who can feel your moods, your thoughts, your feelings, and who can adapt when confronted with adversity and stressful situations. One sunny morning, we read the newspaper, we read the news that in the newspaper that Sushant Singh Rajput committed suicide. Now, after that, we are doing post-mortem with the news, and we are, what do you call, making so many analyses. But what will happen? So a teacher should have to be very vigilant to feel the psychology of the student, to feel the heart, to feel the patience, and also be very calm and quiet. Yes, students are coming with very vibrant and very, what do you call, disturbed mind sometimes they are coming. In various countries, I have seen some, in a classroom, there is a one fixed table. That table is fixed for those students. If any facing some psychological problem, they will not feel, what do you call, all students will not disturb them. Teachers will not ask any question if he or she sits at the table or chair. That is the fixed for, in so many countries it is there. So nowadays, counselor is needed, is okay, fantastic, it is needed. Most important point is the teacher should, each and every teacher should have to be a counselor. That's why in BEd, in DLED, all the curriculum, the curriculum contains the counseling and the topics and the chapters. Yes.
Very good, Haridas sir. I think if I take from you, only not students need to learn, first teachers need to learn. Teachers need to get ready to adopt their students. Neeraj, I'll be coming to you since you are doing your PhD. I hope you can elaborate it. I'm coming to Juan Eric. What is your take, especially in terms of students and teachers connect together? First topic we have discussed about the emotional stage of the students with 2 to 3 speakers. Then I'm coming, and Madam Andrea, I'll be coming to you again. Collaboration, how they get connected, what kind of activity we must do. So Juan Eric, welcome to you and over to you. Connectivity of the teacher and students in terms of emotions. Welcome to you and over to you.
Thank you, sir. I am.
Neeraj,
thank you, sir.
After Juan Eric. After
Thank
Juan
you, sir.
Eric.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir, and thank you, Sir Niraj too. Yes. What is the connection between students and teacher? As you can see, the teacher serves as the second parent of the students. If the school days or time will be 6 to 8 hours, then That's where students spend their time with their teachers. But for me, the number one connection that should be built is trust. Trust is the most important thing in this connection. Because there's no trust, then there will be no strong relationship between the teacher and the student. So how do you build trust when it comes to emotional well-being? Of course, you as a teacher should be supportive. You teacher should be someone who will guide your student, someone who has the passion to take care and look for your student. So that is the connection that I would like to have if we want to have a healthier, stronger, and better relationship between student and teacher, so that we can have that emotional well-being that we can transfer to our student. We should be the one, as a teacher, we should be the one to have that stronger emotional well-being so that the student will see it. The truth of the matter is, our student don't follow us on what we say. They follow us on what we do. So to be able to build that stronger relationship, trust, and be the model, so that we will foster a stronger emotional well-being and a stronger emotional health. That is my take with that.
Great.
Thank you very much. And over to you.
Taking this matter forward, Neeraj, and then Madam Andrea and Rajane, I'll be coming to you on the same connecting topic. Ma'am Andrea, what do you think? Where teachers are lacking and what they need to learn? Since students are raw material, they need to be trained, they need to be emotionally connected, they need to be given care of a mother, as it was earlier spoken by other two speakers. What is your take on this? Emotional well-being in terms of teachers and students' relation. How we can make this relation strong?
I have a different point of view here. I agree and disagree with the others teachers here, sure. Because I think that emotional is a skill. You need to develop the skill, the emotional, the touch, the relationship with the others. Teachers forget that they need to develop in himself this ability, these skills. Not only because he or she is grown up, he has or she has a good emotional skills. Usually don't have. Not because the teachers don't have good skills, emotional skills, but the human being don't have good emotional skills. The parents don't have good emotional skills. And sometimes teachers think that they couldn't save their students, but this is not possible. They are a good and strong example, a good and strong example, but not substitute the parents. The parents, the base, the parents is more strong than the others. The parents are the first and the last person that the children will remember. They construct, they build the beliefs, the values, strong what is wrong, what is right. The teachers can, not must, can help the students think about, put in doubt some things that parents talk, but not say them. It's impossible. But the teachers can take a good relationship with the children, good relationship with the teenagers, good relationships with the students, but the teachers need to develop themselves, emotional skills. The society don't work about that. They need to develop compassion, understanding, not the others, but themselves. I need to take care of myself. I need to understand myself. After that, I can help others. Don't put the professor, the teachers on high level, because it's not correct. Sorry, but I don't agree that the professors save the students. The professor needs to develop the skills himself or herself, and after that, take help the others to do that, because no one substitute the parents, no one.
I think very well point. We need to develop emotional skills, compassion, love, because we are not born with this. The skills are always matter of training and matter of development. Skills are the real practice which we do once we come into profession. Perfectly all right. There are the training programs for the teachers. So few of country it is being practiced, but at initial stage, you have to have this practice in a longer way, only you can develop. Skills are not just acquired with the books and examination. So Neeraj, since doing your PhD, what is your take about the students at higher stage? Are they emotionally connect with the professor? They are passionate towards their knowledge, or they are somehow missing with some? Over to you and welcome to you, Neeraj.
Thank you, sir. I am joining you first time, and you all are very senior professors. So first of all, I want to say,
yeah,
a teacher is not only a profession. Teacher is a behavior. Teacher is a emotionality, and teacher is a personality. Study is not with fear. Study with emotion and passion. I'm sharing you in my 12th class, 12th, 11th class memory. We are we belong. I belong from government school from in a UP area, and that time uh, uh,
go on, no issue. You are muted. Unmute yourself. Anyway, Rejane, coming to you. Neeraj, I'll come back to you. Since we are talking about the connect. So teachers require training. Can you take this matter little more elaboration, which was raised by Andrea ma'am? Key emotional training is required. So how we do this? How we can practice and how we can collaborate? Because teachers in India, they are in different stage. Maybe teachers somehow in Europe, maybe in the different stage. Somewhere they have their methodology, somewhere they have their technology, somewhere some they have new practices. So what is your take? Welcome to you and over to you.
Thank you. Good morning. I was thinking about all that is being said, and I agree with Andrea about the skills. I think about that the skills are most important to all the people, students and professors and teachers, and all of we, for connecting us with the students. My students are adults. I don't work with children, just adults. But I think in this case with adults, the professor is like, sometimes is like a model about behavior, about feelings sometimes, about empathy. I think the empathy is very, very important to us. facing our students. I think when I was preparing my topic to say today, I was reading a paper about well-being, and I discovered I didn't know about about this topic. Well-being has been talking since the ancient Greece. I didn't know about this. And I think it's very, very interesting because because people are worried about this topic, emotional well-being and well-being in general. And in the psychology, I read, let me see. There is a large research done in 1989 made through an extensive literature review regarding optimal or positive functioning of in the psychology or emotional field. It was a very big research. And in the existential and humanist psychology. And I took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 authors that put some key concepts and dimensions. I will read just a little. The first column is author, key concept, and dimensions. The first, Gordon Alport. The key concept is maturity, and the dimension is self-acceptance. The second one is Neugarten. His key concept is personality change in vital cycle, and the dimension is purpose in life. The third one is Buller, basic trends in life and mastery over the environment. Erik Erikson, psychosocial states and positive relationships. Viktor Frankl, sense of life and personal growth. Jay Hoda, I don't know exactly, Jay Hoda, mental health and autonomy. Jung, Carl Gustav Jung, individuation. Abraham Maslow, self-realization, and Carl Rogers, fully functioning person. I think these key concepts are very, very important in many times, or most times, I don't know exactly, but I think the people are going to these, but sometimes we don't get these. So when Professor Andreas says about the skills that we have to develop our skills, I think is in this sense. We have to develop, for example, self-realization, mental health, maturity, empathy, to connect with our students or our family and friends and all the people.
Really great, really great. I think Madam Rajani have added, valid point. Environment, positive relationship, mental health, autonomy, and more than that, these are the real points which we all teachers, mothers, are those who are getting connected with the child is required to have such skills. It's a time to have one closing comment. In closing comment, I would love to take one key point out of all discussion, which you have realized. If this is my view, key point. If I start from the first speaker, Madam Nirmal Mahana ma'am, what is your take? What you advise to say in a single line? This is most important for emotional well-being.
See, all the speakers have spoken very beautifully, and they have taken almost all the points which are very, very important for emotional well-being. The most thing, the best important thing which I want to take from this thing, that we have to train our teachers how to deal with the emotional aspects of the children, and it's very, very important. We must organize on a daily basis, maybe take out half an hour, and
Perfect.
train them, give them life situations, and tell them to tackle how you're going to do that. Is very important, and they
Teacher
will
training.
definitely, because skills are very important. And rightly said,
Perfectly.
Andrea said that you have to train them, you have to skill them to handle the situation and the emotional quotient of the children.
Great. So teachers training is most important for emotional connect. Or in other word, as said by Andrea ma'am, you have to develop yourself. Mr. Haridas, what is your take on this point?
Yes, sir.
One line suggestion, closing remark.
Okay,
in the context of Indian teachers.
Yeah. For the Indian teachers, I will request for all the teachers that be less stressful and come to the classroom. First of all, be less stressful at home and don't carry your hazards in your brain, all the stuffs when you are coming to the school. That is the most important.
Point number 2, come happy to school. Do not carry the heavy luggage of hazard while coming to school.
Yes,
perfectly
exactly.
All right. Perfectly all right. Von Eric, if he is there on the screen, and Dr. Hari Krishna. Von Eric, your take, what you would like to conclude? One thing for teachers.
Thank you, sir. Short one. Of course, we are all teachers, professionals, educators here. So it's assuming that we are already trained. I agree, it's a skill, emotional well-being skill. So yes, we should be. We can't be a teacher if we will not going to develop ourselves.
Okay.
So in educational world, we are already trained, supposedly.
So we need to develop. Point number 3, we need to develop. Point number 1, teachers training required. Point number 2, they should not come to school carrying big hazard or sadness to the classroom, and training is required. Dr. Hari Krishnan, your take, key points.
Yes, we can consider teaching learning process must be more creative and more like student-centric, or the teacher's role is more prominent. In school level, we can consider children like a clay. It's how the teacher mold them to become real success stories. And in college, the responsibility is quite changing. It is like more mentor. So I think it's a tough job. We can't consider teaching as a just lecturing or giving the subject knowledge. Yeah, they must be a mentor, and it's like a journey which has to be gone together along with the students' modulations according to the emotional stability.
So creative teaching, if I take from you, creative, innovative teaching, plan your lessons well. Wilma ma'am, your final comment, closing comment.
I guess I agree completely with Vaughn that we have to improve every day, because learning is necessary for teachers, and everything is being developed every day. So improving yourself and trying being better every day.
So point is falling to Andrea ma'am. I think many of the speakers agreed. First, we have to develop our skills. Only we need to go to a class. So your final comment.
I agree.
Lifelong learner.
I agree with Professor Aridas. Yes. We go in the school by yourself, whole yourself, and yet you need to develop yourself in totally you, not only the emotions, but it's rational, emotional, spiritual, and give this for the students. Give you for the students.
Perfectly all right. Neeraj, your point, anything?
Oh,
One
thank you,
line
sir.
comment.
No, sir.
I think Rajane ma'am, you close it. You had 9 points, key points, which you have gone through first time. As you said, well-being word is from ancient time. So what is in the modern time? Closing comment.
I don't understand.
My question is how teachers can do better in a class in modern time.
Okay. I don't know exactly. I think it's so many things, but.
So they may have a positive relationship. They may have autonomy. They may have a good mental health. This was your point. So
Yes,
if I conclude, you want to say
I
something?
think,
yeah, please.
For conclude, I think maybe the sense of life. I think we have to have a sense of life.
Great. Great
Yes.
point. Sense of life. See, if I start from beginning, I think there is a lot to learn. First point, if I take, we must increase our own skills. Teachers must have a tendency, do not know everything, well prepared, go to the class. They must have a feeling of some innovative work, some creative work which connects. So my speakers on the screen, I think the topic which we have taken is more towards us, not towards the students only.
Yeah.
We need more effort. And I think my objective, forum objective is the same. As we think as a professor, as a teacher, we know everything. Let's make it very clear with this discussion. We know little, we need to enhance ourselves daily basis. We need to increase our mental health. We need to have adaptability. We need to have a positive relationship with the students. We need to have love, care, and concern. Then you can be a model, a role model, teacher, and you can manage the emotional relationship in a classroom situation. I keep saying this is the real structure of Beatrice, who is a global coordinator for Global Edu Leaders Forum. Renata is behind the scene. This is the effort which they are taking, and emotional connect on the screen. This all credit goes to you, Beatrice and Renata. Over to you for your closing remark, and welcome to you.
Good evening, everybody. At first, I would like to thank you to today's panelists for the greatness of their knowledge and skills to share with us. Thank you to everyone who is following right now. Thank you, Renata, for her commitment and dedication, and especially Global Edu Leaders in person of Mr. S.K. Singh for his ability to lead the subject and never stop believing in GEL's projects. I always say, I used to say that Global, without your presence, loses the identity. So the theme was emotional well-being, but Mr. S.K. Sir brought the theme for the education, which was a very good idea, and I liked a lot. But what I think about how you can be emotional well-being is when you are around with people who have good energies, because people with bad energy can cause a lot of stress. So in my opinion, I try to avoid and remove these people from my life, and I even from my cycle of friendship. And of course, this has a cost and benefits as well. I think when you read things, you can be you can feel very well. I also think we should to take care of ourselves, to relax, to try to find a space of calmness inside of us, to develop our self-awareness, to build emotional intelligence and nurture healthy relationships. And we, as teachers, need to rethink some situations with our students where it is possible to help them to have physical and mental well-being, to have prosperous lives in the society with inner trust, collaboration, empathy, and critical thinking are crucial. Schools that take an integrated approach to cultivating these skills will be the center of wisdom and a light for the future. Cordial greetings, and I see you on the next week, I hope. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Beatrice. And thank you so much, all the speakers, Madam Nirmal Mahana, Vilma, Dr. Hari Krishnan, Mr. Haridas, Juan Eric, Andrea, Mr. Neeraj Kumar, and Rajani. Your presence on the screen is the energy of GEL Edu Leaders Forum. Your presence is the witness of all positivity which is going to spread around the world. Your presence of screen is a start of a new era in terms of education. It was rightly said by Beatrice and Renata. They had a topic of emotional well-being. They wanted to discuss emotions in terms of psychology. My turn was towards education.
Yeah.
Why? Because most of them are in the role of teachers, in the role of educators. So we need to learn more. We need to enhance ourselves because we are not born with these all skills. It was rightly said by Andrea ma'am. It was rightly said by Mr. Haridas. We are not born with the tools and equipped with the everything. Time is changing. Challenges are changing. So we need to also upgrade and then make this world beautiful. So once again, thank you one and all. Your presence is indeed a happy moment for me and my positive energy. We keep doing such webinars. We keep calling you, keep inviting you in the next session. And Aditi Vasuman, special thanks to you for appearing on the screen. Hope to catch you soon in the next episode. Bye-bye. Namaskaram.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Wonderful.
Thank you very much. Good
Thank
morning.
you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Good
everyone.
morning for all.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi everyone, thank you. There's something so I could not join because there's a mishap, death in my family, so I could not join earlier. There's a constant phone call, so sorry for that.